The Shadow of Fu Manchu. Based on the stories by Sax Rohmer.
Nayland Smith, accompanied by Dr. Petrie and Inspector Weymouth, is pursuing the Lola, a yacht which he suspects is owned by Dr. Fu Manchu. With the aid of the French naval authorities, Smith forces the vessel to stop. A boarding party is sent to the Lola, and Smith discovers Paul Sterling and Florette, who are kept under the influence of drugs. The police apprehend 4 dacoits, as well as Grisha, an agent of the insidious doctor. But no trace is found of the Oriental himself. When a radio message arrives informing Dr. Petrie of the arrival of his wife, Caramé, in Monte Carlo, Smith fears that her life may be in danger, and boarding a seaplane which has participated in the search for the Lola, Smith and Petrie hurry back to Monte Carlo. Meanwhile, at the Hospital des Jardins, the nurse, Sister Therese, receives a visitor.
May I speak to Dr. Cartier?
I am sorry, but Dr. Cartier is not here at present. Perhaps I may be of help to you.
Are you the nurse who attended Dr. Petrie?
Yes, I am Sister Therese.
I came directly from the airport. He has not been buried already.
Mon Dieu, you are Madame Petrie.
Yes, sister.
Then you do not know?
I know that James is dead, murdered by a man who I've lived in constant fear, Dr. Fu Manchu.
But, Madame Petrie, please sit down. The shock may be too great.
Thank you, sister, but nothing can shock me anymore. Please, tell me. I should like to hear how he died. You were there, and you...
Madame Petrie, this may sound incredible, but Dr. Petrie did not die.
What?
He is alive.
But Weymouth's telegram, it was so final, and surely Dr. Cartier was...
Dr. Cartier pronounced Dr. Petrie dead. It is true, but when the grave was reopened...
Who did that, sister?
Mr. Nayland Smith.
Nayland Smith. He knew, of course.
It is all very strange. Someone had induced a state of catalepsy in Dr. Petrie.
I know, sister. But where is he? I must see him at once.
No doubt he is with Mr. Smith at the hotel. Dr. Cartier informed me that Dr. Petrie had been found.
Found?
Yes, he was missing. Mr. Smith found him at St. Clair de la Roche. I understand that Mr. Sterling has disappeared.
I must go to the hotel, sister.
But I cannot let you go alone, Madame Petrie. You are ill. I will come with you.
Thank you, sister. I've a car waiting.
I wish to speak to Dr. Petrie.
I'm sorry, but Dr. Petrie is not in the hotel.
He isn't. Where is he? I must see him. I am Mrs. Petrie.
Dr. Petrie left early this morning with Mr. Smith.
But where did he go?
He did not say, Madame.
Perhaps Capitaine Dubois will be able to tell us, Madame Petrie. No doubt he will know.
Please take me to him, Sister Therese.
But certainly. Thank you very much for your information.
I'm sorry not to be able to help. Au revoir.
Dr. Petrie is on board the destroyer at the moment, Madame. He is with Mr. Smith and Inspector Weymouth.
But why?
Mr. Smith is searching for the yacht, Lola. He is convinced that the man who is responsible for the Purple Shadow is on board that ship.
Has the ship been found, Captain?
That I cannot say. However, we have had no communication as yet.
Would it be possible for you to contact the destroyer?
Yes, I can do that.
Please inform my husband I have arrived. I shall be waiting for news in Dr. Petrie's room at the hotel.
Very well. I shall call you the moment I hear from the destroyer.
Thank you, Captain. You are very kind.
Please try to rest, Madame Petrie. There is nothing to worry about. Dr. Petrie has been informed of your arrival, and with a guard placed at this door, you will be safe until your husband and Mr. Smith return.
I can't help feeling he will strike at Dr. Petrie through me, sister. You have told me of the visitor you've had at the hospital. Fallow Sui is a true daughter of Dr. Fu Manchu. No doubt it was she who was responsible for my husband's death.
But Mr. Sterling was with Dr. Petrie constantly. She was not alone in the room for an instant.
Tell me, sister, did something happen before she arrived?
Yes, Madame Petrie. While I was talking to Mr. Sterling, we heard a peculiar scraping sound, and it was then that I saw the hand at the window.
The hand?
Yes, a yellow hand with long, talon-like fingernails. It was ghastly.
One of his messengers, sister. He has them... What was that? Oh! What is it?
There, at the window, the hand.
Good Lord! Quickly, call the guard.
Yes, Madame. I told him to lock the door from the outside.
He has the key?
Yes. Andre, open the door quickly. Mon Dieu! Andre!
Too late, sister. I'm afraid the guard is no longer able to help us.
The telephone. I will call the desk. Hello? The line is dead, Madame. What does it mean?
You heard that cry?
Yes. I have never heard anything like it. It was horrible.
The call of a dacoit, sister. Dr. Fu Manchu is near.
But,
Quiet. Listen.
Someone is at the door.
Yes. That voice.
I have heard it before, Madame Petrie. It can't be...
Good evening, Carame. It has been a long time since we met.
Fallow Sui.
Yes. I have been advised of your arrival.
That is the woman who came to the hospital on the night Dr. Petrie...
Sister Therese.
What have you done to Andre?
Do not worry. If you refer to the guard at the door, he has been taken care of most effectively.
You have killed him.
Be silent.
I'm going down to...
Please remain where you are, sister. It would not be wise to leave this room.
What is it you want of me, Fallow Sui?
Patience, Carame. You will know presently. But I give you my word that I mean you no harm. I came because I seek your help.
What?
Yes. My father does not know of this visit.
Where is Dr. Fu Manchu?
At the present moment, he is not, as you may suspect, on board the Lola.
But Capitan Dubois
Please,
said...
Sister Therese.
I'm sorry, Madame Petrie.
Mr. Smith and Dr. Petrie, I fear, will be disappointed when the ship is searched. However, Mr. Sterling is on board the vessel, as well as the little rose petal.
The little rose petal?
Yes, Carame. I hope that Mr. Smith succeeds in finding the girl. For it is because of her that I came to see you.
But I don't understand.
You will when you see her. It can only be a question of time until the Lola is found. The destroyer which bears Mr. Smith and Dr. Petrie is a much faster vessel.
How do you know all this?
You cannot hide anything from the Sea Fan, sister.
The Sea Fan?
It is the most powerful secret society in the world. And Dr. Fu Manchu is its president.
The little rose petal is known to you, perhaps, under another name, Carame.
What do you mean?
Does the name Fleurette awake your memory?
Fleurette? Good Lord, it can't be. It isn't possible.
You are forgetting that my father is the greatest scientist the world has ever known. Fleurette lives, Carame.
But my sister died when she was but 3 weeks old.
Many people have died, and yet lived. You know the Legion of the Living Dead.
But...
Please, I have not finished. You never knew when years ago you joined the household of Dr. Fu Manchu that you were selected for certain qualities. Your extraordinary beauty was not the least. Dr. Petrie upset the plans my father had in regard to you. And now, Fleurette is serving that same purpose.
But what purpose?
For years, he has patiently prepared the girl for this great experiment. And I have opposed him with all the power at my command. My father desires an heir.
But you are his daughter?
I am. But he intends to have a son. That is Florette's mission. She is destined to be the bride of Fu Manchu.
But that is madness. He cannot love her.
My father does not know the meaning of the word. This union must not be. And you, Caramé, can help.
But how?
Paul Sterling has awakened the spark of love in Florette's heart. He loves her.
Does Fu Manchu know this?
He suspects. Presently, Dr. Petrie and Mr. Smith will return with Sterling and the girl. You must take them to Cairo at once. Do this, and I will save them from a terrible vengeance.
But I am sure that Neil and Smith will object to the plan.
It does not matter whether Mr. Smith remains here. He can do nothing. But you must take Florette and Sterling to Cairo.
Very well. I agree.
You must not fail, Caramé. I warn you that my order must be obeyed to the letter. And as my father, I warn only once.
Perhaps he knows of your treason. The sea fan has many tentacles, and one of them might be dangerously near.
It matters little. I do not fear him.
There, that call.
Yes, sister. My dacoit.
But what manner of people are they?
They are members of a religious cult in Burma, specializing in murder. You see, it is their duty to kill, and their conscience does not bother them. The Sifan finds them extremely useful.
I had hoped I would never hear that call again.
Heed my warning, and you shall never hear it. Disobey, and... Need I say more?
No, follow Sui, I understand.
And now I must leave. You will find the telephone in order, Sister Therese.
But
A
I didn't...
necessary precaution. Au revoir.
What is that?
His drums. He knows. I must hurry.
She has gone.
Yes, sister. Do you hear?
Yes. The sound of drums.
They are still beating.
The Shadow of Fu Manchu.